And then I like using wire ties underneath, putting some little wire tie holders and getting all of that nice and tight. Not going to bother with all that. We're just going to turn this on as soon as I can get it all powered up. And we're going to test it a couple of different ways. We'll test it direct, and then we shall test it into my Soldano. Got some cables sitting right here ready for it. Hey, what's good, everyone? It's me, Double, and today I have a whole bunch of pedals that are bored, and ironically enough, I was just sent a new pedal board. I'm okay. I'm gonna try to do this like unedited. I'm gonna throw this thing down, grab a whole bunch of my pedals, especially a few that are really tough to power, because this is a powered pedal board. It's not just a pedal board, it's a powered one. So it's from Stritch. Thanks, Stritch, for sending this along. And I did open it, the box, just to make sure it was actually from them. And we're going to check it all out together, okay? In order to save all the edit stuff, I'll just fast forward through some of the real boring moments, but I'll just sit here and chat and all that kind of stuff with you and tell you what it comes with. It comes with 8. Ooh, they're all right angled, which is nice. I think it's 8, it said, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shamil, Shamazel. Comes with an 18 volt, 2 amp. Good bag, good handles. Comes with one of these things. It comes with one of these things. No edits. Let's go. Comes with 2 big old things of the hook side Velcro, which I put on my pedals. And that's nice that they put the carpet down. That should be the way. Let's see what we got on the back here as far as power, because that's the important thing, right? I think this is pretty high powered. Let's see. We got the 18 volt input, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 100 milliamp outputs. And then what is that one there? We got a 9 volt 300, 9 volt 700. Okay, that's going to be one that I have to put to the test. I have a special pedal just for that one. And then I have a 12 volt out, which I think I'll use my wireless for. And then I have an 18 volt. And then it also has a USB output, which I have something for that too. So yeah, I'm gonna build this thing and we're gonna throw some stuff down on it and talk about what I'm putting down on it. Okay, first thing will be my wireless, right? Here's what I'm thinking. Thinking wireless, and then the Stritch looper and drum at the end for my feet here, right? So this guy, I think this up here, this is 4-in-1. This is 4 different pedals that I took apart and rehoused. 2 Licados and 2 iSets. So if you want to see those reviews, go through my playlist. There's a blues breaker and a compressor, the Ross compressor from Licado, and then a tube screamer, one of the tube screamers from iSet, and then their plexi distortion as well. And then I kind of did the same thing with the Demon Effects. I rehoused the Demon Effects pedal. And this is really tall. This is a lot taller than this one. So I got a couple of different sized housings, and these worked out well for those. And I relocated the jack on that one. The input jack's on the top. And I have this Mr. Brown 5x50 sound. Okay, this is going to have to take, this is 2 M-Waves rehoused. So it's their crazy reverb and then their crazy delay. I think it's like the Elemental and something else. I've seen them, I've reviewed all of this stuff on the channel. So if you want to go through any playlists, you obviously can. This guy right here, the Licado. This Licado multi-effect. For when I want to be ampless, it has built-in amps. And I can power it with the USB or recharge it with the USB as needed. And let's see. What else do I have here right now? Okay. All right. For right now, I'll throw this in the blank spot. See if we can power all of this with the pedal power supply that's on the back. Oh, I need Velcro. Need Velcro for this. I don't know if you guys saw my community post. Dude, Rock and Roll True Stories, one of my favorite music story channels. Did a feature on my old band, my former band, the band that's still together, still a solid unit, but they have a whole bunch of records that they've done since I left them. But go check out that video, check my community post, and you'll see the Rock and Roll True Stories about my old band, Jimmy's Chicken Shack. That was really cool to watch somebody that I like listening to talk about my band that I used to be in for a long time. So check my community. That was fun. And you should go subscribe to his channel. That's really cool. So the cool thing about the Locato, I can have patches with an amp, so I can go direct, or I have patches that I could just make a patch with no amp and no cabinet and test my amplifier. So we'll test the amplifier and see how it all turns out. Oh, man, this guy right here. Okay, so this is like two 300 milliamp pedals. So that's the one I need to power up first and make sure that it juices and does the thing. I'm going to take the 700. And should I run under? I should run under. The pedal board itself is like super lightweight. It's got a lot of channeling. If this was a little longer, yeah, okay. So I probably won't bother doing all that, but this is easy. This is the nice and long cables, easy to route over there. So that's a good thing. Got another one here. So this is like 4 pedals. So I should give this the 300, even though it probably isn't going to be using 300. I'm just going to make it safe and give it a whole bunch of extra juice. And a good idea for things like this, if you're going to use different voltage, the different voltages, is to put like a little piece of red tape over it. And if you're not going to use it, then tape off the ones that you're not going to use so you don't accidentally plug into it. You don't want to do that. Riffs and Rigs is a great channel, and shout out to him because he inspired me to do these rehousings. 2 M-Waves, a Demon Effects pedal, and an iSet booster. So that would be the boost that turns all of these up. And that's not a pre-boost, that would be a post-boost. And then I did all 4 of these rehoused. So shout out to him for that inspiration. That was a really fun project. And I love the way that the different paints came out. I watch a couple of different paint channels. I watch all sorts of different stuff on YouTube. What's your favorite, like, sit down and just kind of watch something other than guitar? Do you guys even watch other stuff? Like me? Or are you just a guitar, turn on YouTube and watch guitar and that's it? Watch guitar stuff. I have a feeling you're probably not. And then I like using wire ties underneath, putting some little wire tie holders and getting all of that nice and tight. Not going to bother with all that. We're just going to turn this on as soon as I can get it all powered up. And we're going to test it a couple of different ways. We'll test it direct, and then we shall test it into my Soldano. Got some cables sitting right here ready for it. I don't need that. I don't think I need that. A whole bunch of patch cables. And I need a USB-C cable. Okay. Oh, these are all my, like, this is like every patch cable. Oh my God. Out, in. 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 Okay, power supply. And it's amazing this thing has this much power and it's that lightweight. It's very lightweight. That's cool. I dig it. Got it. I do kind of wish that was a different size so I didn't accidentally plug. I should do this. I'm going to do that. That way I don't accidentally plug into there. Okay, Stritch. Thanks for sending along the standard 22. It is loaded up now, ready to be juiced. Let's see. Wah! Look at all of the LED glory. Just changing the contrast completely of my cameras. Okay. All right. Found the bad cable. Everything else is quiet. Listen to that. So this is just one board with a power supply underneath of it. Powering, oh gosh, I mean, like it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pedals. Well, 7 pedals, not counting that, but really there's 4 here, and then 2 in here, and then 2 in here. And that's the taxing one. Checking for noises. When I turn the tuner, my X5 receiver into tuner mode, it makes a little bit of a noise. And then I was hearing a little noise when I had the MS. I'm sorry, I was hearing a little noise when I heard the ME01 plugged in. But I don't hear it now. So either way, I'm going to leave that unplugged. Just know USB isn't a wonderful, not the best way to power cables, I think. But everything's powered up. I have a Fender amp going on in the Licado. So direct right now, and then I'll plug into the Soldano in a second. Turn on the gate, just in case I get a little bit of noise in there. Make sure that that's on. Yeah, there we go. Give the amp a little bit of delay, reverb. Let's give it a different reverb. All right, let's stack a little. Nice and quiet. Yeah, all right, let's get wild. Okay, trying to do as few edits as possible. Or what am I going to do? I'm going to take, okay, here. This is the input to the amp. Oh, man, I'm going to have to quiet all this stuff down now, right? All right, let's turn off the amp in the Licado. Turn off the cabinet. I'll keep the noise gate on. Everything else is off. All right, so we're going to unplug the last distortion and plug that into the front of the Soldano. The send of the Soldano will go into the Licado. So the preamp is coming out of the Soldano like a distortion pedal, going into here, hitting a noise gate at this point and a delay. And then what? Oh no, I leave that in. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my God. And now, okay, this will be my return to the Soldano. Okay, so that's going to hit the power amp. So, tuner into compression, tube screamer, blues breaker, plexi, compass drive. over to the 5x50, into the not a Friedman Demon Effects pedal anymore, and a booster, right? Yep, okay, and a booster, and then a noise gate, because now we've turned off the ampli cabinet. Well, there's modulation in there as well, and there's delays and reverbs, and then more delays and more reverbs, and then the looper, but I'm not going to run the looper. Tube screamer now into here. And I'm hearing delay, reverb, yeah. Nice. I hate that those old M-Baves drop out the way they do. All right, look at that. I'm stacking all sorts of stuff, and it's still real quiet board, real quiet supply. Let's just see. Okay, let's just try the USB. Does that make noise now? I was hearing it before, and now I'm not. I don't know why. Might have been a cable. No. All right. So, nice clean USB-C power even. And usually I would say that's not something I would do. I don't normally want to power my pedals with USB-C. I always find a little noise in there, but that's clean going into the amp and using it direct. So Stritch, this is a killer board, you guys. That's awesome. And a lot of power behind it, a lot of options. And if you need more than the 5 of the 100s, you could always use a little daisy chain cable, something like that. But you guys, what do you think? Let me know what you think of all the pedals. And thank you all you guys have been hammering that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And if you want to hit the like button on your way out the door, I really appreciate that too. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And thank you. All right. Cool board. I'm happy. I'm going to rock out a little more.